of course, through your career journey, right? What kind of evolution of career skilling have you observed, in the last decade or so, from probably like the career skilling help that you had when you were in college to versus what they are now? What has the evolution been like?
See, the way the internet has penetrated and the technology has evolved. As in, in our days, we used to have that basic phones, yeah. And internet was available in cyber cafes and in the company premises. And not every household were having the LAN connection or the broadband. So the resources are very finite, we can say. If I am interested in pursuing a training program, I have to go there. It was a kind of classroom training. No online courses were available at that time. Whereas in today's scenario, the resources are everywhere available. As in, students can just log into their mobile. They can join, go through the YouTube videos and learn.
Yeah.
The only thing, as in, what I feel is that the conciseness is not there in the students.
Okay.
As in, the students have plentiful of resources. In our days, the resources were very limited. So now it is up to me that I'm given all sort of a la carte things in front of me. So what my appetite is and how well I can consume it. Right. It is up to my capacity.
True. Yeah. True. So what you're saying is there's been a major difference between almost a 10 years gap.
10 years, if you see, as in the upskilling has become a thing of a personal choice. As in, the resources are available.
Right.
Then how well I use it, it is up to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that is definitely a viewpoint from a student's perspective.
Right.
But from a college's perspective, how has the evolution been?
So earlier, if you see, as in, if I speak about our college only, so we were part of Mumbai University. So Mumbai University had a confined framework. In fact, till date, they are having this schedule, as in the rigid schedule and the kind of obsolete syllabus. I should not be saying obsolete, but the concept which are taught were outdated. Maybe it would have improved in the new revised education policy.
Right.
So we were not getting the required exposure to the industry setting. As in, the students were not exposed to the companies or the kind of production houses or the factories unless they are placed.
Right.
So now, as in what we have seen is in we have made our syllabus more flexible. Students are given more chance to do the internships or apprenticeship program during their academic studies only. So they are exposed to those culture from the first year onward. We, as in, advise them that you start doing some or other internships. Nowadays, as I said, that internet has become a very day-to-day thing, and it is easily available on every handset and every device.
Yes.
So the internships and the other kind of this program is also available. As in, the students can do a part-time internship, work from home internship, sitting at home during the free time of their academic coursework.
True.
So that is kind of that has changed and that has helped a lot.
Right. So, I mean, thank you for your answer there. So basically, as far as students getting access to resources has tremendously increased, but I think colleges are also taking strides to match up with the speed at things that they are going. Interesting. Now, coming to our second part of this interview is where we talk about the challenges and demand for career skilling. So, from your experience, what are the key challenges that students in India face when it comes to career skilling and employability? Again, a very student-centric question. What have you observed as students? The will, of course, the will issue will always be there.
Yes.
But what are the other things that you've noticed, which are challenges for students for getting the right career skilling advice and becoming employable?
See, I can say the kind of outdated education or the content they are learning in the classroom.
Right.
Then it is not matched with the industry, because the industries, the technology is evolving day by day. As in, you have to be very fast to match that speed.
Right.
The students are not very much made aware of those changes in the classroom.
Right.
Again, as I said, the resources are available, but the conciseness of the student is not there.
Right.
So these are the hurdles I can say that students face. Otherwise, in today's scenario, if I'm interested in upskilling myself, there are multiple ways, multiple free resources available by which I just have to spare time.
True.
And I can upgrade myself.
Interesting. Now, parallelly, while you mentioned that, Sandeep, there is the demand for career skilling has risen. I mean, you'll see a lot of students reaching out to counselors or reaching out to these institutions which help you advise in terms of your career or courses and all that. What do you think are the factors that such demand has increased, and how can educational institutions, take that bait in instead of these private institutions as well, where they're giving career advice and skilling, and that is a really multi-billion-dollar business in today's. So how can education institutions take advantage of that and put a check on that demand?
See, if you see the in Indian demography, we could be the largest kind of young youth pool we are having.
True.
Amongst the countries like US, UK or China.
We are the largest.
Maybe in the coming 5 to 10 years, those companies, in those, we can say the developed nations, might face some scarcity in the youth.
Yes.
Those can be employed.
Yes.
Okay. Second thing, India being the largest service sector, service industry India is having, as in the job market in India is more of a service.
Right.
We are into continuously need of the high skilled employees. Okay.
Right.
Now the demand is already there. Okay. But the student, as in I said, the existing employee, maybe the a student who have joined the company right now.
Right.
Maybe since the technology is evolving so fast, maybe after 5 years, if he stick to those skills, he might not be employable as well. The company might not find him suitable for the current need.
Right.
So that's why this upskilling demand is always there, always gonna be there.
Right.
From the industry side, because if you and the concepts like blockchain, automation, AI is booming nowadays.
Right.
So if I'm not upgrading myself with those things, then I will be out of the race sooner or later.
So I believe there's also this general feel of students that they may feel that they may not get the right advice from the college, and that is why they are venturing out to these private institutions who are giving career advice.
Yes.
And who are doing assessments and everything.
See, it is a thing. I cannot deny that fact. But that's why we are trying to, as in, collaborate with the outside agencies or the career planners for the students from the very initial engineering years as well.
Okay.
So that the students, as in coming to first year, they are not knowing, as in, where am I going, what will be the suitable path for me, where I'll be excelling, as in what will I be good at programming or development stuff, or will I be good at the analysis part, or will I be good at sales and marketing. See, I'm emphasizing on sales and marketing because this is a very, if everyone is going for development and analysis, then there will be a huge gap or a vacuum in this particular field as well. Yeah. Wherein the company is needing of good individual who is good in public speaking and generating business. Because unless we generate the business, these people will not be getting paid. As in, they are the kind of frontliners.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
True.
So that, as in, certainly is going to be there.
True. Interesting. Okay. Now, like you mentioned, there are so many resources available. Now, what strategies do you recommend for individuals or for students to enhance their employability in today's competitive job market? So, while we say that, there are technologies that are going to overtake and we need to align with them, but what are the things that students should do to become more employable or to, consistently upgrade themselves? What would you advise them?
See, the only thing or the simplest thing a student can do is to start an internship.
Okay.
By means of internship is a short-term commitment, whereas you are not committed to the company, as well as company is also not spending much amount on you. They might be giving a basic stipend or the conveyance for you to travel. Okay. Right. But it certainly helps. When I work for a company for, let's say, 1 month or 2 months, I get to know that what the things are going on in the industry. Whatever I'm learning in the classroom, that's okay. That is fundamental. Right. That is needed. But when I'm going into the industry, the things are totally different.
Right.
They are more on the applied knowledge, as in the concept which I am learning in the classroom, they are applying it to the real world problems.
Right.
So I get to know that what sort of skills I'm missing and what are the improvement areas where I have to work.
Right.
So the internships, I feel it is the easiest thing which a student can do to understand that what I can do.
So very rightly said. So they've learned the knowledge.
Yes.
But now they should learn the application of that knowledge.
Of it
is what you need. Interesting. Okay. So now, of course, the job markets are competitive, and in the recent years, last 1-2 years, jobs have been competitive. Now, students have different aspirations, and they come with different skill sets.
Right.
Now, how do you navigate the challenge of catering to this diversity and ensuring each student finds suitable opportunities?
Right.
So somebody may want to get into R&D, somebody may want to get into sales and marketing if they feel like, and somebody may want to get into something else. So how do you as a TPO at the institute, play a role in satisfying everybody's wants? How do you go about doing it?
Satisfying every student's need, it is a next to impossible task, because the students may have different aspiration, and every individual has their own kind of
their own plans,
so to say, right? Yeah. And meeting those demands, it is very difficult task, but we try to fulfill those as far as possible. So let's say if suppose a company is coming for a purely development role, I'm just giving you an example. I will not disclose the name of this company.
Sure.
But one student was keen on doing, then he was interested in that company. He might have studied the background in the business areas of that company, and he thought that he'll be a good fit if he's given a chance for the sales profile.
Right.
So we asked the HR that since you have come for this particular profile only, that is development, would you be interested in taking a student who is not an MBA in sales or marketing, but he's interested? So the company HR said, okay, let us give them an internship. We will not commit anything. If he's performing well, we will onboard him on the full-time role.
Okay.
Yeah. So see, by this way, the company got a resource, okay, and the student got to work in the area he was interested in.
Right.
Now it is up to the student. Luckily, that student worked well and he got absorbed. This every student is one way where we approach the HR.
Right.
We cannot go and identify each and every industry of the country and say that you please come to us. They may have different demography and they may have different set, but the existing recruiters which we have, not see, any IT company or any tech company will not have a monotonous profile that all the employees are working on development, all the employees are working on various job roles. All industries will be having.
True.
So it is our job basically. If a student is in, we have to ask. If we ask a question, the answer could be yes or no.
Or no.
But if you don't ask the question, the answer is always
no. True. Well, that's really a good way to look at it. Now, the student that you mentioned is, of course, I see that the person, that student took initiative, right? Would you think that taking initiative at the students at this level is largely missing?
Yes.
Right.
Maybe that's what the kind of awareness is not there. As in, what career path will be suitable for me.
Right.
I may go ahead with the crowd. If 4 of my friends are going and learning coding, and I struggle myself that okay, so let's learn programming. But if I'm not good in that, even if I spend a year, I'll not be excelling as much as they are doing.
Right.
So to identify that as in what best suits for me. That is the main task. And if I am knowing that okay, this particular field, not programming, but it is for testing or it is for analysis role, I am suitable, I can do well.
Do that. Yeah. True. Interesting. Now, could you share some insights into instances where you've identified skill gaps in students and successfully worked with them to bridge those gaps? Yes. Any such instances that you can talk about?
You see, in engineering, we have varieties of branches.
Right.
Mechanical, computer engineering, IT, electronics.
Right. Okay.
So generally, we term as electronics and mechanical are core branches.
Okay.
Because generally they prefer core companies,
right.
Manufacturing, production, automobile, etc. Comms and IT, they generally go for this development roles and IT companies and analysis part. Now, if you see, 70% of the recruiters are IT companies coming to any engineering college, be it any engineering colleges of India.
Right.
Now, the students from electronics and mechanical, they have the subjects which are more related to their field.
Right.
Now, if suppose I am a student of electronic engineering and if I am interested in going to a company, for example, JP Morgan or Infosys, or wherein the IT role is there.
Right.
But I'm not having that particular, the CS and IT student, comms and IT student are learning that from first year itself.
Right.
So obviously they are way ahead of me. Okay. But being an electronic student, I was not that much proficient in those skills. So what we did, we as in identified the group of students, okay, from electronics or mechanical. We identified the group of students from comms and IT,
Okay.
those who were good in those skills,
Right.
and we clubbed them. We told this student, okay, now these are your friends, you teach them,
Right.
as in whatever the basic skills to crack the aptitude or the online test and the interview.
Right.
It is a tendency. If my teacher, though he will be having double PhD or anything, if he's teaching me, I may learn 30%, 40% of what he's teaching me.
Right.
But if I'm sitting with my friend, the concept which a
I'll
faculty took 4 lectures to explain, that friend will teach me within 4 hours.
Yeah.
So it helped. So those students were able to crack those interviews later on, and they got placed in the IT companies. So this is how we helped them.
So this cross-pollination really worked
Yes,
well
yes,
for you guys.
yes.
And typically even organizations do that.
Yeah.
To
So
enable
now,
each other, yeah.
as a practice, we are doing it on regular. As in, we, with the help of faculty members from Comms and IT department and the students, we are identifying such students.
Right.
Of course, voluntarily, students have to come up that I'm lagging in the skills and I would like to gain those knowledge. If you can help me out, I'm happy to onboard.
Right.
So we are doing it as a practice now.
Interesting. Further to that, Sandeep, the COVID-19 pandemic brought about a complete shift to, I think, everything in the world over, right? And online learning did get super enhanced. How do you think that online learning has shifted the landscape of skill development and employability?
See, one major benefit of online learning, which I can say from my perspective, it has become more personalized.
Yes.
Okay, individual can get attention from a mentor. It became more flexible.
Right.
See, in classroom learning, it was like that I have to be there during that lecture's time and I have to be attentive. But in this methodology, online, it gave me a super flexibility. If I'm not feeling well, I'll just go through the lectures later on. If I've learned some modules, if I want to get assessment of it, those assessments are available. Right. So it has become more personalized and more flexible, I can say, and it is certainly helping.
True.
Yes.
True. So it is again become a very powerful resource, and it's helping. What I was trying to say is online education and people evolving.
Okay.
Because we have traditionally been used to classroom based learning.
Yes.
And then suddenly overnight there was a shift where students had to learn everything online.
Yes.
So how easy or difficult was it for students to adapt, and as well as teachers as well? Okay. And at the end of it, what was the outcome?
Okay. So see, it was initially difficult for both the stakeholders, for teachers as well as students, because we were not used to sit 2-3 hours in front of, unless it is a movie, we are not very kind of
we can't sit for that long,
comfortable
and
to sit that long. Yeah. But again, we had no other option, so we have to adapt to that model. Right. Students initially were a bit reluctant, and they were not very attentive, they were not focused, but then they realized that if we are not learning here, it is again because the COVID is not going to stay forever.
Right.
Some or other point of time, it is going to be a hybrid or again the offline mode of classroom training.
Correct.
Okay, so they adapted it. As in, they were not very focused. I can say, as in, we have seen this. Students who were enrolled in engineering programs during the COVID time, they were a bit weak in fundamentals. Okay. So what we are doing right now, because they are into their third year and last year now. Okay.
Right.
So we are again doing this kind of reskilling.
Right.
The same skills, the same concept which they had learned during their first year and second year in online mode. We are trying to, as in, give them a brush up of the things. Because if the fundamentals is not clear, I'm not going to learn the advance of that.
Yeah, true. Interesting. Great.